Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. So, first of all, I want to apologize for this video coming out a little bit later, but I did my review earlier and I didn't really like it. And I'm not just going to put out a video just for the sake of putting out a video. If I feel like it's kind of like half-assed or like, not the way I want it to come out, I'm not just going to just throw out something just to throw out something, because I feel like if people watch my videos, I'm going to make sure I take the time to actually do them with all my effort or nothing at all. So, with that being said, I'm going to be honest. Not a lot happened. Not a lot happened at all. There were some characters in there that just made no sense of being there. We're going to talk about Willow. No, we're going to talk about Sasha first, because why? So Sasha goes down to the police station to see Michael to make sure he's okay and just kind of concerned about Wiley and stuff. And I'm sitting there thinking, you do realize you could have just called Carly for that, right? Like, there was no reason for her to actually go down to the station. She could have called Chase. Her whole presence there, even though it was nice that she showed up and she was concerned and she didn't really care about, like, if people were going to be upset with her, I get that, and I think that's cool of her to do. But it's also one of those things where it's like, my son is missing and I got this girl here that cheated on me. I don't know. It's just kind of adding more stress onto me. So, yeah, I felt like her presence at the police station was just, I don't know, unnecessary. I would sit there and say in some ways. What made her whole presence in this episode so unnecessary, besides that, was when she went to check on Willow. Now, okay, cool. She went there because she wanted to make sure that Willow wasn't there by herself or whatever, just pacing around. Okay, fine, I get that. When she knocks on the door, Nina's there. So, if Nina's there, then you don't really need to be there. But yet she comes in anyway, and then they start talking. And then after this awkward pause and, silence or whatever, she's like, oh, well, I just want to check up and make sure that, you weren't here alone. Oh, okay. But you knew that when she answered the door. So, again, this makes no sense. So anyway, she walks out, and of course she reaches in her purse and, looks at her stuff like she wants to take a hit. And I'm just like, cool. So, besides her pointless scenes, it was just to remind us that she has a drug problem. Okay. Thanks for reminding us. Which, by the way, I know a lot of people, there are some people that are like, they don't like the storyline with her. I actually do. I actually do like the storyline with her. Because, well, drugs is a real thing. And being addicted to drugs is a real problem. And I understand that's supposed to be fantasy and stuff like that, but this isn't the first time that they introduced drugs or whatever into a soap opera. So I don't really understand why some people are getting upset with the storyline. And I'll kind of give you more of my thoughts about it towards the end of this review. So, well, let's talk about Nina and Willow. Well, Nina was being supportive of Willow, just kind of keeping her mind distracted, talking about Charlotte, and she was just being a support system, and that's pretty much it. And then Jax showed up for no reason. Jax's presence in this episode was just pointless. It was pointless. It was pointless when he was there when he was there at Willow's, and he was pointless when he was talking to Carly, because nothing really happened. I mean, they talked a little bit. They talked about Nell and stuff like that, but this is all stuff that we already know, which is another reason why I had a problem with this episode. Nothing happened. Um, well, let's see. Brooklyn woke up. She couldn't talk. And Ned pretty much said everything that he wanted to say in the moment that she was attacked. And he did. So, yeah. Um, Sonny comes in, and Sonny wants to make sure that, try to find out some information. So they all are talking and stuff like that, and Sonny kind of gets confirmation, which I don't really understand what was the point of that, but okay. I guess he wanted to try to get some more information out of her, but they said that she couldn't talk. Um, and then Epiphany and the doctor comes in. And this is the part where it made me feel some sort of way. I understand that they want to sit there and protect the patient, make sure she wasn't overcrowded and stuff like that, but maybe it was just the tone and the way that they were talking to the family that I just had issues about. From personal experience, I'll just leave it at that. Um, anyway, long story short, Michael was able to find, well, with the help of Brooklyn, know that there was a tracking device on her phone, on Nell's phone. And so he was able to crack the password after like 3 or 4 tries, which was another thing that, hold on, which was another thing that was a little odd. It wasn't odd, but it seemed like it was counterproductive, I'll say. So a uniform picked up the phone of Nell, and Michael was like, I'll take a look at it. Even though Chase is like, we have tech people that can handle this sort of stuff, and it could probably do it a lot faster. But Michael being Michael, and being impatient or whatever, because I understand circumstances, is like, all right, I'm gonna figure it out. And he tries like 3 or 4 times, and it doesn't work. Like he tries all these different passwords, and I'm like, if the phone locks up, that's just more work that they're gonna have to do. So why? Um. Anyway, with Brooklyn's help, well, Brooklyn told Michael about the past, about the tracking device, and Michael finally got the password right, and so he's tracking down now. So yeah. Um. Jason talks to Taggart, and I'll have to tell you the truth. He pretty much tries to, with Sonny, and he pretty much tried to figure out, well, why is he back there, and how did he wind up with that injury? Um, and Taggart pretty much said that he was trying to. Taggart said that he was trying to stop, this guy from shooting this woman, but he didn't know who the woman was and who the guy was, so kind of pointless. Not gonna lie. That was the thing about this episode. A lot of this stuff was just pointless, and it just seemed like it was just filler. Um, and yeah, honestly, to tell you the truth, I really feel like that's the end of my review, because not a lot happened. I mean, you had some scenes between Jason and Epiphany talking. Nothing too crazy. Nothing that what I would sit there and say that was relevant to the story. So I'm kind of just gonna leave that one out. Um, 1 second. Oh, and Nell just being Nell, blaming everyone else for her problem. This Michael's fault. This Carly's fault. Just very one note kind of episode with her, which I got bored after a while and started looking at my phone. And the woman that was helping Nell, after she realized, who she was dealing with, she called Chase, and Chase came down there, and I guess she gave him some sort of information, or at least like some sort of a good lead or whatever. And yeah, that was it. I don't know. I felt like this episode was kind of disappointing. Not a lot happened, and there was just things that didn't really seem like it made a lot of sense. Um, and I feel like I'm leaving some stuff out, but not really a lot of stuff out. No, I really can't think of anything. Um, yeah. So anyway, again, apologies for the video coming out late, but I felt like, well, it's not that I was rushing the last review. It just there was a lot of stuff that I felt like I was kind of like blitzing past because, well, with this tablet, I can only use it for a little bit, like 10 minutes max, and then it starts to overheat. Um, which I like using that tablet because the quality comes out a little bit better, but this one, I can kind of just talk and I don't have to really kind of like worry about like just pushing out stuff a lot faster. So, yeah. And again, I try not to do half-ass videos. I really try not to do half-ass videos. And I felt like that video was going to be, yeah. So anyway, that's actually going to do it for this review. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know in the comment section what you thought. If, did you enjoy this episode? Did you not? Did you find it as pointless as me? Did you find the two characters, Jax and Sasha, to be irrelevant for this episode, or what's your thoughts? Anyway, thank you for watching. Be safe. I will catch you in the next review.